We just want to talk about some of the many different things that you can do here. But I want to set this up a little bit. Manistee is about in the middle of the UP along the northern Lake Michigan shoreline. If you go north of here 50 miles or so, it takes you to Lake Superior. Now, you get up there, you have the Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore Park. If you go back east of here, you've got the 95,000 acre Scenic National Wildlife Refuge. If you go to the west of here, you've got over 500,000 acres of national forest. And then we're also surrounded by the Superior State Forest. So it's like everything is here for anybody that wants to come up and enjoy this kind of outdoors. You know what, maybe I'll go ahead and start with you, Jay. The grade, the Hayward grade.
Yes.
That was one of the first of that type of grade, or that type of trail.
Exactly. The Haywire grade was an old railroad grade. It was formed back around the turn of the century, around 1900, when Eliza Weston came to the area to harvest white pine. And the current way in that era of harvesting white pine was to saw the logs and then either slay them or float them down rivers to Manistee, and there was a couple of sawmills here, and they would mill the lumber, put it on ships, and send it down to Chicago to help rebuild Chicago after the historic Chicago fire. Well, Eliza Weston got the idea that it would be more productive to have a railroad move the logs, and so the inception of the rail grade was done by Eliza Weston, and it was completed around 1896, and it operated as a railroad until around 1968. In 1968, the Manistee Lake Superior line went bankrupt, and the county purchased the property, and over the next couple of years, they sold it off to the state and the feds in Hiawatha National Forest, and it was named the first rail trail in the state of Michigan. So we have a 50th anniversary celebration coming up in 2020, and we're strategizing some infrastructure improvements as well as some celebration events for 2020 to include a snowmobile event, a bicycle event, an equine event, and an ORV event over the course of the season. So we're looking forward to hosting those events for the area and helping the local business bring some tourism back into the area too.
Okay. Yeah, Hayward is just, the Haywire is just one of the trails in the area now.
Oh, absolutely. The local trail association here in Schoolcraft County manages 150 miles of snowmobile trails, currently about 66 miles of ORV trails, soon to be 200. And those trails are linked up with our neighbors to the north up in Alger County and to the east and the west. So there's a whole network of trail system across the Upper Peninsula that allows for snowmobile and ORV motorized recreation. And then of course there's a lot of other trails that are non-motorized for snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, bicycling, and the like.
Okay. I want to take a move away from that kind of stuff for a few minutes here and get to the town itself, because there's a lot of reasons right there for people to come up here. But what are they going to find when they come here to town?
Well, we have a variety of restaurants in town, just mom and pop places, basically. Not too many chain type of restaurants. We have a really great, in fact, they're wearing it, Jack Pine Lodge. It's up on 94. On Wednesdays, they have the custard whitefish, which is awesome.
Awesome. Yeah,
we did the show on those, so it's like the place is to eat fish. And of course, we have the Big Spring, which is 10,000 gallons of water per minute coming up to the bottom of the spring. 45 degrees year round, 40 feet deep, and it is open year round. During the winter time, we actually groom out to there, and we groom around that, so you can actually take a snowmobile, drive out to the Big Spring, and then walk in the Big Spring. So that's
the raft actually works out there during the winter then too.
Yes, it's year round, and it's definitely a sight to see, because normally people see it in the summer, all summer long. This time of year is very pretty because of the color change. And then in the winter time, of course, because of the snow and the reflective on the water street. Of course, other things to do. Right now, a lot of people are kayaking through Manistee River, starting up Ossini and coming down. Definitely a lot of different things to do compared to just going to the normal town and going through malls and stuff. We don't have malls. We have a lot of little shops downtown, which are really great to go and visit. The Mustard Seed. We have an original Ben Franklin that still has quilting supplies and that type of thing. And just
So do you know taste of history? And they get that feeling of just being in an old town. But yet, it's beautiful down there. You've done a lot of work, especially in and around that marina.
yes,
And that's a marina that would take boats in from the Great Lakes if they want to stay overnight?
yes. The marina is basically, it's brand new. It's been 2 years now. Phase 1 has been done. They are still continuing. I think they're up to phase 3 right now. They're redoing the parking lot area. Also, this spring coming up, we have a brand new campground coming in on the other side of the marina. It's actually on the west side of Manistee. Very nice. Over by the Mustard, not the Mustard Seed, by the Upper Crust.
Okay, right.
Right on the river.
Right on the
You know what
river.
I'm talking about. Yes.
Yep.
So we're going to be having a campground.
More people.
I know.
You're in that town.
And Alan, Connie was mentioning if you kayak down the sea, it's down the Manistee here, you can see. And we went over to the trip because we had the kids with us, and you guys were just like little kids back
10 years ago.
How many years?
10 years ago.
10 years
Oh my
ago.
God.
Did you guys go back out on the river again?
Yeah, we went out a couple years ago. We went again.
So, let me ask you guys, what's your favorite spot to go when you look at it? Well, how many years ago? Like the run? Where you running? Like the run?
Within the boardwalk.
Woodwalk. That's a good one right there. It's got a couple of miles long, either way, so you don't have one of that. You run the whole distance. That's good. Very good. What do you like to do? You're a hockey player. Yeah, you got the ice arena in town too. So that's another great thing. Oh, you're looking at me that way.
Because he's
I
Dennis.
supply the beer and the beach, okay?
That's it.
But you're also, you ride bikes.
I do.
You like to get out on the trails. I know you got one of those new fat tire bikes.
Tire bikes, absolutely. And there's plenty of trails to ride on here.
Okay, now, a lot of sand around here. You get easier to get out on the trails from that sand? That's what they're
Why you need a big tire.
Exactly, that's why you need the fat tires.
Well, now, what about off the trails? What about people that want to be biking here? What's the usually spots that they can get around?
Oh, sure. And there's the bike trail goes right down US 2. It passes right through town. So, if you go riding coast to coast in the UP, you can do that right through Manistee.
And fishing. Alan, I'm going to go to you because I know that you do a lot of fishing in the area. You got your own special spots, and I know you don't want to tell anybody about spots.
Yeah.
But let's hear about how good fishing is around here.
Oh yeah, the fishing's really good. You can go right out into the Manistee River, which is really right in town. You can go on right there, fish cleaning station. And you go just out of town with Dodge Lake, McDonald Lake. There's just lots and lots of lakes anywhere you go up M94. So there's always a place where fish is like.
Okay. And I tested that too. You got the whole national forest out there, close to state forest. Just to get out there, and there's tons of lakes and rivers. Anywhere you want to go, any fishing, any kind of fishing you want. Winch,
Yes, sir.
I want you to tell me about festivals. I know your wife keeps you like really busy on that stuff.
Festivals. The biggest one is Folk Fest. Always on the second weekend in July. And over the last 5 or 6 years has grown. I don't want to say exponentially because I don't want to give my wife a big head, but it's grown a lot over the last 6 years. We have the Paul Bunyan Beer Garden where there's been different additions to different, and we've had some tap beers as well as your standby beers. And like I said, it's grown every year. We had the Cedar Street Slam this year, first time. It was a basketball tourney. I want to say it was 3 on 3, I believe. Yeah, 3 on 3. I'm not a big basketball. Come on, man. I'm 5'9". I'm not a big basketball guy. And they had the Hops on the Harbor this year, which was. They called it a success. They had lots of people here, and they were. but the weather was it subdued it some. But they had a lot of good beers down there, craft brewed, some local, some not. But
They promised good weather next year.
yeah, oh yeah, of course they promised good weather next year.
9 times out of 10.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well, Connie, I'm gonna go back to you again here.
No, it wasn't.
Because I want to know, we're talking about all these different things people can do. What are all places to stay?
Places to stay. Well, I tell you, we have 10 different lodging, like motels. Most of them are mom and pops. We have 2 just like a Comfort Inn, Quality Inn. But we have the one place in town that has a hot tub and swimming pool. That's the Grey Wolf Lodge, which also has a private beach, which we happen to be on. And you can also have campfires here. And there are other smaller mom and pop places that are just basically small hotels, but they're very clean, very neat. We also have a Budget Host that's up by the casino, and the Holiday Motel, which is up by the casino. But yeah, there's actually lots of places to stay.
Okay. And really, you start looking again, and you get out into the National Forest, State Forest, you got state parks, a lot of camping that goes around here too. The one thing I like about camping, you get out into the woods and find the smallest little campground where nobody's at, or you can find the bigger ones, but the nice thing is, it rains, it gets cold, mom wants to go to a motel. You got one to go to. So that just gives you an idea of all the different things you can do when you're up here in Manistee, so get on up here.
Well, and I think it's important too, because for a lot of years I was a transient part-timer. And I wound up moving here because I love the area so much. I raised my kids on snowmobiles over the years, but I've been living here year-round since 2003. And there's lots of other things that have attracted me to this area. I love hunting. The hunting in the Central Upper Peninsula is fabulous. I mean, we make maple syrup in the spring. It's kind of a family tradition now. We can in the fall. We get ready for winter, but the seasons really drive our lifestyle.
Yep.
And every season has something to offer, and every season can be drastic. Fall can be absolutely gorgeous with the fall colors. Winter can be sometimes intimidating because of the length or the amount of snowfall or the temperatures. You know, spring brings a new birth, and the wildflowers up in this area are absolutely fabulous. My wife was driven to study wildflowers in the area. And the summer is just a wonderful place to be.